So, here you are, your freshman year, and it's time to learn how to survive being a wildcat freshman year. So, for the most part, the thing that freshmen have the most hard time with in college is time management. So, you have to look at all of the different things that you have going on, and you have to figure out what is the most important and what is the least important, and do them in accordance to importance. Mind you, you have to complete everything, and procrastination is not your friend. Most people don't realize how bad procrastination can get, but I know a lot of people who really have never finished an assignment on time. It's not the best choice you can make. I make use of a planner, and I use my computer a lot so that way I can get things done quickly. A lot of times I spend a lot of times on things that I shouldn't have to. I write papers for hours, and I realistically shouldn't be using that much of my time, but I want to make sure everything is perfect. So my advice is to try not to be a perfectionist, because sometimes that can really kill you and your time management. I've also made the mistake of doing my homework the day after or a few days after I've received it. Honestly, you should probably do your homework the day you get it, because otherwise you'll forget about it, or you just won't do it, or it'll be late, and then you'll feel like garbage because you're so used to your high school schedule where you would get in trouble if you didn't finish your homework. Another thing that's really important for freshmen is meeting new people. Everyone is always so scared as a freshman to walk in and not know a single person. Trust me, you will become everybody's friend in a matter of a few days. No one knows what they're doing. Everyone is in the same boat as you. No one knows where they're going, and only a few people have majors already planned out. It's going to be okay. Everyone's going to miss their parents. Everyone's going to miss their home. Everyone's going to screw up. Everyone's going to do something real stupid. You just have to make friends and learn about each other and be supportive and don't be two-faced and just do what you do. It's the same thing as making friends in preschool. You just get shoved in a box and you make friends very quickly. Another thing about relationships and friendships is, roommate situation. When you choose your roommate, make sure you pick someone who has a lot of similar tastes as you and a lot of similar opinions as you, because if you guys have very different realities on life, then it's not going to work out and you're going to get into fights, and it's just never going to have a solution. So I suggest picking a roommate that has very similar viewpoints as you. How to deal with homesickness. I haven't experienced a lot of homesickness personally, so I don't find this too much of a problem, but I know a lot of people have here. So if you live close to campus, I suggest going home a couple weekends a month, maybe just one if you can, but I suggest going home and seeing your family. If you're farther away like I am, I'm almost 5 hours away, I suggest calling your parents as often as possible, just because, it'll help with the homesickness. Also, surround yourself with things from home. So I brought a lot of pictures from home, my blanket and pillows from home, my stuff that I used on a daily basis in high school, like my alarm clocks and my water bottles, my notebooks. Just make sure it's very similar to how you used to handle things at home, and that will help you adjust to everything here at school. I also suggest that you bring something. A lot of people have this thing where they associate scent with things of the past. So if you have something that smells like home, or you have a smell that you use often at home, I suggest bringing it with you to college and spraying it around, just because it'll help you feel better, and you'll smell it and you'll think of home, and it'll make everything feel a little bit more homey. Other studies have said that you should probably try to make friends with people and try to do a homesickness group thing where you try to get involved with other people and you go and watch movies together and eat pizza together and basically just be a big social person and try to use that to combat your homesickness. I prefer the much more making your dorm room like your home feeling. For instance, I have my artwork that I brought with me to school that says "Dorm Sweet Dorm." I think that really helped me adjust a lot, that plus my pictures and all my other things from home. Your health. This is really important because right at about the second month of school, everybody will get sick. Guarantee it. Everyone will get like some kind of flu or some kind of cough, and everybody will be sick. You don't want to get sick, so you bring lots of hand sanitizer, Clorox wipes, you bring tissue, and if you feel sick, you go to the doctor. No one else wants to be sick, and you're in close quarters with everybody almost 24/7. You don't want to get anyone else sick. Just go to the doctor, make everyone else's life easier. Trust me. As for your mental health, that's a little bit more personal. If you find that in order to keep yourself happy, you like to go on long walks. Go on a long walk. Unless you live in the middle of the city, then I don't suggest going on long walks. I suggest maybe then getting on a treadmill and playing some soothing music. That will probably do the trick. Or if you're a person who just likes to sit and be alone, find a place that's safe where you can sit and be alone by yourself. Do things that you normally do at home in order to keep your mental health at its optimum capacity, because if your mental health is off, then all of your other health will get off. Your physical health will get off, and you'll start to lose sleep, and you'll get sick, and then everything will just go down the drain. It just won't end well. Classes. That's another huge part of your college experience. So when you go to register for your classes, you're not going to know what to pick, and your advisor really isn't going to help you that much. They're going to ask you what you want to take, and you're not going to know. So I suggest getting your gen eds out of the way. Ask them what you are required to take in order to graduate. Take as many as you can without overdoing it and without overpowering yourself with class. Get those out of the way. Then after that, you can start taking some of your stuff that you need for either your major or for just electives. Start taking the things that aren't required and things that you want to find out what you're going to do with yourself in the future. Other than that, the homework load, that's probably the biggest problem with classes, is because you have this homework load and a lot of times it looms over your head and you forget about things. So try to write stuff down and don't forget about it. Your major. So this is something that's super personal, is figuring out what you want to do with your major. I found that people's majors are generally associated with things that they love to do or things that they have found will bring them happiness later in life. A lot of times that will be like, if you really want to make a lot of money, people will choose things that make a lot of money. Or if you really enjoy helping people, you'll tend to pick something like a teacher, a psychologist, a social worker. If you're interested in sports health, they'll pick PE teacher or sports management or sports psychology, stuff that's similar to things that they really enjoy or are going to make them successful later in life. If you don't have a clue what you want to do for your major, I suggest taking just a ton of classes and find something that you like and then go from there and just take that path, and wherever it leads you, that's where you're meant to be. Your personal pursuits, per se. If you are really just wanting to try a bunch of new things, I suggest going to an activities fair or like the student life or CPC if you're here, if you're elsewhere, whatever your campus programming committee is, that's what our CPC is. So whoever does like the programming or decides what you guys are going to do for the year for like fun activities for college students, I would go see them and try to get involved in as many clubs as you can handle, try out classes that you never thought you would, join clubs, join a choir, try out for the play, join a band, make new friends, go out, try things, see what's in your area, try out, go to a bowling league and try to start bowling. Do whatever it is that you want to try out. I think it would be fun to just go out and do things. I mean, you're an adult now. I mean, I know money's hard, so a lot of this stuff is kind of hard, but just to go out and just do something because you have the opportunity now. It's your freedom. You're free to do what you wish. I suggest just going out and taking it all in. I personally have joined a few clubs. I've also been bowling. So I joined my few friends here, and I've created a nice friend group that I really love. I've developed a strong interest in the Greek life and how that is making everybody seem very happy. Overall, I'm very happy with how I am at campus right now. I just really can't wait to come back next semester, and I'm really excited. I can't wait to be more involved than I was this year, to try and be more and more involved next year and just overpower myself in all of this college. I just want to do everything I can to make my college experience great. And last but not least, I think that we would like to talk about the community and resources available at campus. Here specifically, our community is very small. We know almost everybody. I know people in all classes. It's not like you're confined to your little bubble of friends. You just meet people across campus and you become best friends, and it's kind of the coolest thing ever. It's like you can be friends with anybody and nobody really cares. There's no cliques. There's no like barriers between people. Everybody's friends here. It's really nice. As for resources, there's Student Life, there's your mental health counselor, Susan Moon, there's the student director, Bill, there's our Dean Silver, President Thompson, who shows up at random events, and she's always posting things on her Twitter, and she's fabulous. Our athletics, our intramurals, there's all these different places where you can go if you need to talk to somebody, or if you need to do something, or you want to do something and start something. Basically, you can do anything you want in college, just as long as it's legal. You're free to do whatever you want, and you're free to choose what to do whatever you want. If you want to go on a trip to Russia, you can try to find a trip that's going and get a scholarship and just go. If you want to start a new club, you go to SGA, or student government, and you ask for a grant to start it, and you start it, and then you host meetings and you do all sorts of things. You can go to our ACE events, which may provoke an interest in something that might put towards your major, and then you have something to do. There are tons of things with community and resources that are available for anybody on campus and for anybody to access at any time. That's the cool thing about Culver, is we're always available. Overall, I think that's an over-encompassing view of how freshman year is going to go. Just, manage your time well, pick your classes carefully, and be very responsible about yourself and anything else that you have to deal with. Otherwise, I think that most everything else is pretty self-explanatory. So be prepared, be ready. Change is going to come, but everything's going to be okay. I promise. Really. It'll be okay. You're all in the same boat. Everyone will be your friend. You're not going to die. You'll see your parents again. They'll miss you too. And just remember, be smart about your stupid decisions.